Hey guys, so welcome back to one of my experiments, always through AI assisted coding. Um, I've learned from my mistakes and I will directly show you the actual result of the experiment. And then later on, I will explain. So, those of you who um, want results first and words later will be happy. Here we are. We have two separate emulators open, and now I will send a command to one of them. And you can see that I'm pressing Z on my keyboard, and this is mapped only on one of the two emulators. I'm avoiding using the pad because it's mapped to both. You can see that as the first counter in the first emulator rises, so does the RX count on the second emulator. You've probably also noticed that there was a message in the second emulator the moment I started pressing the key on the keyboard that said network connected or something like that. So what this actually means is that we have an emulator of the Neo Geo Pocket Color on the left, which is beetle-ngp, beetle-neopop, and an emulator of the Sega Dreamcast on the right, Flycast, and they are communicating. And this goes both ways. So like right now I'm sending data from the NGPC to the Dreamcast, but I can do the same from the other side. Now you will see that only the Dreamcast side is updating, and this is because Flycast remains active while the main window in the foreground is the NGPC emulator, but the NGPC emulator does not stay active while Flycast is in the foreground. As soon as I will click with the mouse cursor on the NGPC RetroArch window, it will update with all the data it received from the Dreamcast. I'm going to click now. See? F. So what this means is that potentially we have simulated an actual serial protocol of communication between two completely different emulators. We did have to patch beetle-ngp in RetroArch. We did not have to patch Flycast because it exposes the serial protocol directly. So that's a big bonus. And why did we do that? We did that because I wanted to research how to implement, if possible, in one of my homebrew projects, the communication between those two consoles. Because as some of you may know, there actually existed a physical link cable that connected the Neo Geo Pocket Color and the Dreamcast, and it was used, I think, only in Japan for around 6 or 7 titles. But no emulator has ever, as far as I know, as far as I'm aware, even tried to emulate this feature. This is not yet 100% identical reverse engineering of the protocol. We have managed to have two homebrew communicate in both ways. You can see those. I have tried with retail games as well. You will find more info in the description. And one-way communication does work. We've established that. It's just receiving an answer that doesn't work yet. But, you know, we are working on that. That will be chapter 2. So yeah, that is kind of cool, I believe. So stay tuned, because definitely we will. I mean, as far as my homebrew project goes, I'm already satisfied in the sense that for what I need, this already works. We've established that we can make those two emulators communicate. But you know me, I will not stop here. So I will do more tests in the following days. I don't know if we will reach a block where we will actually need to reverse engineer the actual physical cable, in which case it will be a little bit difficult because we will need all the real hardware setup. But I think that even going in with a trial and error approach, we will be able to make those games communicate. It's just a matter of seeing what the actual games expect in terms of bytes to receive and all that. So that's all for me. You can definitely read the description for a more accurate technical analysis of what we actually did through the assistance of AI encoding, whereas all the research, as usually, was mine. And yeah, stay tuned for a potential part 2 coming in the next days, where maybe I will be able to tell you. I won't be able to show you for understandable reasons, but I will be able to tell you if we manage to make those two systems communicate on retail games as well. So that's all for me, and see you next time.